Good morning, children. In this session of Ideas of Development, let's once again recall the comparison of two countries. See, in this given table of comparison of two countries, country A and country B's incomes of 5 people are given. Their average incomes are same, but the number of people who are earning the incomes varies from one another, especially in the country B. So, can we say that country B is a developed country? No, because the incomes of first 4 persons are very less when compared to the income earned by the fifth person. Income and other criteria. When we look at individual aspirations and goals, we have found that people not only think of better wages, they have some other goals such as security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, all such things in their minds. Let us see first about income. See, in this table, per capita income of Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar states are given. When we compare the per capita income of these three states, which state is very well developed? According to the per capita income shown in this table, we can say that Punjab is very well developed state when compared to Himachal Pradesh and Bihar. But Bihar is very less developed when compared to other two states. Just on the basis of income earnings, we cannot say certain state is a developed state. Let us take some other data penetrating to these states like IMR. IMR means infant mortality rate. Out of every 1000 live children born, that is 1000 live children born, how many children will die before completing of 1 year is infant mortality rate. Literacy rate. It means the percentage of literate population in 7 and above age group. That is, whose age is above 7 will be taken into consideration, and who are literate in the country, their percentage is called as literacy rate. Literate means a person whose age is 6, who can speak, write and understand any one language is called a literate. Net attendance rate. Out of total number of children in the age group 6 to 17, that is from the age 6 years to 17 years, the percentage of children who are attending the school is called as net attendance rate. See here, in this table of comparating data of these three selected states, infant mortality rate of Punjab is 42, Himachal Pradesh is 36 and Bihar is 62. In which country, in which state the infant mortality rate is less is the state which is developed one. So Himachal Pradesh is the developed state here. In literacy rate, the number of children who are getting literated from the age of 7 years and above, whichever the state's literacy rate is high is the developed state. So Himachal Pradesh has got 84% of literacy rate in the year 2011. So we can say that Himachal Pradesh is developed in the percentage of IMR and also in rate of literacy. When coming to net attendance rate, again Himachal Pradesh has got 90% of net attendance rate. That means out of 10 children, 9 children goes to school. So depending on this criteria of infant mortality rate, literacy rate and net attendance rate, Himachal Pradesh state is the much developed state in India. When we considered per capita income, Punjab was the developed state. When we considered other factors also, Himachal Pradesh is the developed state here. Next, we'll learn about public facilities. The facilities provided by the government for the development of the people in the country are called as public facilities. Do money can buy everything for us? Do money can buy goods and services? Money can buy some goods and some services only. It cannot buy all kind of goods and services. For example, can the money buy pollution free environment? No. Can the money buy medicine for an rare disease? Like nowadays, there is an epidemic of corona which made us sit everyone in the home, shut the doors. From the poor to the rich person, many people, many celebrities are also suffering with corona disease. They have lot of money, no? Can they buy medicine for corona? No. Can they can they ask corona not to come to them? They will give lot of money? No, because it cannot be bought with the help of money. So, money cannot buy all the things. Actually, for many of important things in life and also for the life to be in the best way and the cheapest way is to provide goods and services very collectively. Suppose you are living in an apartment. Will you hire a watchman for each and every floor? No. We will hire only one person as watchman for the whole society, for the whole building. Isn't it? In the same way, government provides some resources, some public facilities which benefit all the people, not a single person. Especially when coming to education, it provides schools and facilities in the schools for all the children who are going to study. In some states, the infant mortality rate is less when compared to some other states. Why? Because basic health and educational facilities in those states are very well developed. And PDS, public distributive system, it runs ration shops and it sees that ration shops functions very properly so that the health and nutrition status of the people will be or may get more better. HDI means Human Development Index. Do you know who gives the Human Development Index? It is prepared by Human Development Resource. Let us see about them. Human Development Report is published by United Nations Development Project. What do this UNDP do? It compares not only the educational levels but also health status and per capita income of different countries in the world. It considered different countries in the world. Let us see this table regarding India and its neighboring countries in the year 2013. Countries like Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh and Nepal are taken here. Here they have considered life expectancy of birth, average years of schooling, expected year of schooling and per capita income of these 6 countries. HDI stands for Human Development Index. Per capita income, already we have learned. What is per capita income? The income of a person in the country is called as per capita income. How to calculate per capita income? Per capita income is calculated in US dollars. Total population, total income earned by the country divided by population of the country gives you per capita income. Life expectancy at birth. Life expectancy at birth denotes expected year of the length of life a person at the time of birth. That is, for how many long years the person will live. Okay. Next, average years of schooling. Number of years of education received by the people whose age is up to 25. From the year 6 to 25 years, how much education, for how many years they are going for schooling. Expected years of schooling. Number of expected years of schooling is number of years during which 2 years old child can expect to spend his schooling based on the enrollment rate. Enrollment rate means the attendance rate, number of children entering into the school at a given date gives you the expected years of schooling. See here in this table, Human Develop Index gives the ranks based on all these factors. Which country's human development rank is more when compared to other countries? Sri Lanka's rank is 92, India's rank is 136, Pakistan's is 146, and Bangladesh also have the same rank. Nepal, it is 157. Who stands first in the development among all these countries? Sri Lanka. Afterwards, India. So, the rank of Human Development Index of India is 136. When compared to other neighboring countries, Sri Lanka, such a small country beside India, is very well developed in other aspects like life expectancy at birth, average years of schooling, expected year of schooling, and per capita income. After independence in our country, there is a great development as progress in some of the states of our India, especially in Himachal Pradesh. Schooling revolution has been started. Let us see how. Himachal Pradesh was a very low densely and low educated state. It is a hilly region, so the population there it is very low, and as it is a hilly region, they cannot send their children to the school too far off places. So what government did? It started giving facilities. Almost education is free to all the children over there. It provided very good schools for them. Number of schools has been increased. They are all provided with good teachers, good drinking water facilities, classroom facilities, toilets, drinking water, etc. And it appointed more number of teachers as the education for the children become easier. In the year 2005, the average spending of money on education by the Indian government in all the states is rupees 1049 rupees for one child. But in Himachal Pradesh, it has spent 2005 rupees per head, that is per a student. And spending of this money, the special amount on the children did not go in vain. The children there who are studying in Himachal Pradesh, they are very enthusiastic, very eager to go to school. They love their school, they love their teachers, they respect their teachers. And the norms in Himachal Pradesh has come to be at least 10 years of schooling for children. And the most important thing here is girl education. In many states of our country, girl education is given less priority even today. But here in Himachal Pradesh, there is lower gender bias. Gender bias means discrimination between male and female. They show gender bias, but it is too very less. They provide girl education from 13 to 18 years of age group. At least they are able to learn up to 8th class. Earlyly, they were not even able to get this secondary education also. But now, they are getting the secondary education and going to the higher education. One way wondered why is the gender bias less is because of the parents and child infant mortality rate. It is very less in Himachal Pradesh when compared to some other states like Punjab and Bihar. The infant mortality rate is very less. Why infant mortality rate is less? Because they see both girl and boy in the same way, equal liberty, freedom, schooling, everything is equal. And Himachali mother, they want their girl child to be developed economically and become self-confident. Even after getting marriage, they want their girl child to work out from the home. So, schooling became one of the social norm naturally in Himachal Pradesh. And in Himachal Pradesh, women play a very important role in family, in decision making, in looking after the children's education, health, birth, bringing up them, and even in social and village politics also. The women, they formed active Mahila Mandals in the Himachal Pradesh. Let us see the progress in Himachal Pradesh. Let's compare Himachal Pradesh progress with Indian progress. Percentage of girls whose age is above 5 is compared in both Himachal Pradesh and India. Let us see here. In Himachal Pradesh, the girl percentage rate is 60 in 2006, whereas in India it is only 40. In the year 1993, it was 39 in Himachal Pradesh and in India it was 28. In both the years, Himachal Pradesh has shown more development, more progress when compared to India. Let us see the percentage of boys with more than 5 years of education. Let us see here. In the year 1993, Himachal Pradesh percentage rate of boys education is 57 and in India it is 51, just 6% less. But when compared to 2006 year, it was 75 in Himachal Pradesh and India in 57. When we compare these two, one state and a country, the state of that country is not at all progressed when compared to state. The state Himachal Pradesh has more comparatively average levels of education among boys and girls, that is across gender bias. There has been some progress towards greater equality in the recent years. See, different people have different goals. Development is a mixture of goals and development is a very complex task. Societies that are more equal have developed faster when effective public facilities can be ensured.